Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another update. This is a second attempt. First time you couldn't hear me over all the fans and everything, so we're going to try to do this a little different. I think you can hear me over the air conditioner. Air conditioner is not quite as loud as the fans are. So I got into the laser room, and so we're going to talk about as much as we can. Then I'll take the camera around and show you the other stuff and turn the fans off, so maybe it won't take as long. It has been smoking here, folks, for the past week. It feels like August is what it feels like. Temperatures in the mornings, at daylight, it's in the 80s already, and the heat indexes with humidity and everything is in the 90s, and in the afternoon it goes to 112 to 120 heat index. It's brutal. It is brutal, and I know it's the same in other places. I mean, this is not special. Somebody said Texas is just preheating. I hope not, but makes you wonder what August is going to be like. Whew. Man, I was out in the shop this morning a little before 5. I think we're going to try to do a swing shift or something. Try to get this thing where it's cool. Problem with getting out here before daylight, the bugs is just so bad. They just follow you next to the lake, and all those little nymphs and midges and all this other stuff that comes off of that water. But anyway, let's talk about retail, which is what was ordered through my website. Over the past 2 weeks, we got the sale done. There was 27 of them, and those sold. All but 2 sold in like less than 10 minutes, and the other 2 sold within an hour. So that's awesome, fantastic. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you so much. So we shipped those 27. We shipped through 2,300 orders that was ordered through the website. So all of the Master Sportsmans are shipped out. First runs, Master Sportsman's has been shipped. So we'll start at 2301, which is the first field lure first run that was ordered on September the 15th. Okay, so we'll start those field lures, and there was 52 of the field lure first runs ordered back in September, and there was 15 Master Outdoorsman's ordered back in September. So those are next. We'll start heat treating and get those shipped out. The first shipment will probably go out 1st of July, and those will ship a few every week until about mid-August. We should have all 63 of those shipped out, okay, by mid-August. All right. So after that, then we'll ship the production field lures that was ordered through Great Northern. So those will ship out to Great Northern probably mid-August and through mid-September. So they should be getting all of those field lures in, okay? Let's see, I am still, the WCSKs has shipped through 830. 829 is still on hold per the customer request. He did not want it to ship yet. He's supposed to let me know when he's ready for it to ship. So it's on hold. The handle's set. It's ready to do finish grind. So whenever you get ready for it, let me know, and we'll put that in a box and ship it off to you. All right, or to Randy or wherever you want to ship to. All right. Okay. Let's talk about Great Northern Knives for a minute, since we were talking about their field lures. Last week I shipped out half of the Master Trapper's first runs. I'm sorry, I didn't ship out. I shipped a quarter of the Master Trapper's first runs out last week. I shipped out about a quarter of the Taskmaster's first runs. I shipped half of the Master Sloyd's out first runs, and half of the Master Carver's first runs out last week. So you should start seeing those. Depends on in what sequence you ordered through Great Northern. But those should start coming out to you guys once Great Northern sets the handles on those. And I expect to have all the Master Trappers first runs shipped to Great Northern to set handles by the end of July. I think there was first runs and second runs. They're all going to be first runs. So don't worry about the second runs. They're all going to be first runs if you ordered them through Great Northern back a couple of months ago. Okay, it's only been a couple of months. So we're getting better, folks. We're getting really better at this, okay? So just kind of give you an idea, the past 2 weeks, counting the sale knives, we shipped 80 knives in the past 2 weeks. Just me and Mom doing the shipping. 80 knives. So don't expect that every time, because some of those were on that sale. 27 of them was on the sale, but still, that's not bad. That is not bad. So we're putting a dent in it. All right. So anyway, I think the Master Sloyds and the Master Carvers, they should all be at Great Northern doing handles by July the 1st. And then the end of July for the other two, because the other two had quite a few orders. I think there was 30 of the Taskmasters and 40 of the Master Trapper first runs. Okay. All right. Great Northern Knives has the Master Skinner and the Junior Skinner, the Sportsman's Probe. Those 3 first runs ready for pre-order on their website. There is also production runs for the Master Sportsman, production runs for the Master Outdoorsman, and there's one more. I can't remember what it is, but I will put a link to a video at the end of this video that you can click on it to find out more information. And you can order 2 knives for a set and through their website, and you can do some type of combo sheath for those 2 knives, but you just have to talk to them to figure out what kind of sheath and all that. Okay? But if you go to their website, greatnorthernknives.com, click on the WC logo, you'll see the little orange dot that says pre-order. Click on that and you'll see the listings there. But please watch the video before, at the end of this video that I did before you go over there. It kind of gives you more information on it, okay? Also, it's for limited time. We're committing to get these out in about 4 months from the time that it ends. So in order for me to get steel in and get them pre-cut and all this other stuff, water jetted, the blanks, and so it's going to take time. So we gotta stop it at some point. They've been up. Thursday will be a week, so there's only about a week, 2.5 weeks left. So please get your order in if you want a set of those Sportsman series. Okay. So this covers Great Northern. Let's talk about Ridge Runner blades. Right now I've got 6 classics and 6 baby birds that has been heat treated, that's ready for the Rockwell testing before I set handles and do finish grinds. And I'll get those 12 out to Ridge Runner probably within about a week, 10 days, something like that. And then I'm gonna try to get them 12, at least 12 every 2 weeks. I've been trying to get 24 to 30 every month, and that's just too much trying to get all that done at one time. So I'm gonna try to get 12 out every 2 weeks and see how that goes. I think that'll be easier for me and also better for them. Instead of getting a bunch at one time, they'll get enough that they can just kind of handle, and it doesn't overwhelm either one of us. Okay, so we'll try that for a while. But Ridge Runner, expect some classics and some baby birds shipping to them. And if you're part of my social media, you'll see the pictures of these before they go out, so you know what kind of handles and all this other stuff that these knives are going to have. Okay, all right. Let's see. Let's go in here where it's hot, and let's talk about this afternoon, because it's too hot in the grind room. I'm gonna do heat treat because it's cooler. It's cooler to do heat treat. Can you believe that? Ooh, man. All right. Okay, these are Northern Woodsman Elite. I've got some Northern buoys. I got 4 Elites. I got a couple in camo micarta, one in green sure touch, one in OD green canvas micarta, and I've got one True North in black canvas micarta with black pins, and I've got 4 Northern Edges with a saber grind in camo canvas micarta, and 2 of the Northern Skinners, I think is what they're called. It's African Blackwood and white liners, and their logo in the center, their logo pin. Also, let me set the camera down because I know people are going to see these 2 knives and they're going to ask questions. So let me get these. Pano contacted me a few weeks ago and said, what if we did a knife that had the Model 1 handle and the extend the Scandi portion a little bit further, have the tooth, and then a distal taper with a clip style blade with a 6-inch blade. Okay, he's up north, and so they like bigger knives up north. Now there's a place for it on camp knives and things like that for larger knives. So I said, that sounds like a WC knife. So I kind of played around with it, and I came up with this design. He loves the belt knife. The belt knife, the Woodsman belt knife, is his favorite design. So he wanted a distal taper from the tooth to the tip, and that's what I did, okay? All right. So basically you have a Scandi all the way through, a 13-degree Scandi on either side with a distal taper from about here to the tip, giving you a fine tip to get into those joints and whatever on the elk, the moose, the larger game, okay, for camp knives or whatever you're going to do. It also has the straight portion to do your veggies and all this other stuff, okay? Do your wood processing, firecraft, just on and on and on. What you need in the woods or on camp, all right? So I did this one. This one is prototype B or A, all right? And you see the name of it is North Wind. That's the name of the model, okay? So I did a B because I like the saber. I like a saber grind because it gives you a thinner tooth. It's better slicing. I just like it better for my needs. But you still have the long Scandi portion into a saber, all right? So basically, I'm sending him these 2 models, these 2 prototypes to test, to play around with and see what he thinks about it. Now, whether these knives go to production or not, I don't know. I think Jeff at Great Northern has expressed interest in doing that. I don't know if he's going to work out a deal with Pano or not, but anyway, I don't know at this point. So just stay tuned. I'm sure Pano's going to do videos on them at some point as he's playing around with them because he's all excited about it, and rightly so. It's a great looking knife. It really is. I can see all kinds of potential there. But anyway, so those are going to Pano, and I just wanted to let you guys know that because you're going to see them up there with the rest of them. So anyway, that you may see videos of that in the future. All right. Let's go in the grind room and turn some fans off. So you can hear me. I tried to do this earlier with the fans running and you couldn't hear me. Okay. So here's the field lures being prepped for heat treat. Here is the Master Outdoorsman's being prepped for heat treat. And here is the 2 of the belt knives. I got 2 more or 4 more, and they're ready for heat treat. That's going to Ridge Runner in about 4 weeks or so. And I've got 6 of the Sportsman's, not the Master Sportsman's, but the original Sportsman. The original Sportsman started the Sportsman series. It's an old design, and it was basically taken from the Canadian belt knife, okay? And it just had a full flat grind on it, all right? Thin blade, 1/8 inch blade. This was I'd already started the Woodsman's grind, but with the combo grinds. But this one, I wanted something thin, slicey. A lot of people use this in the kitchen. Okay, a lot of guys lost their knives to the kitchen because it's such a fantastic paring knife. But anyway, if you don't know what the Sportsman is, just do a YouTube search for WC Knives Sportsman, and you'll see a knife that looks like this that has either a saber grind or a full flat. Okay, so that started all the Sportsman series. The Sportsman Pro came from that. The Master Sportsman came from that. Anything with the Sportsman's Choice came from that. But the original knife was just called the Sportsman. All right, and there's been some confusion on that. So if you hear a model name and you don't know what it is, just do a YouTube search that says WC Knives and that model name, and a video will pop up. Okay? All right. So on the wall, I've got the last of the Master Sloyds ready for grinds and polish, and the last of the Master Carvers ready for grinds and final polish, and get those off to Great Northern. I've got another 4 or 5 of the Master Trappers in there to get those done, so we get those off to Great Northern. We'll try to get them about a dozen or so every week of those to get that, meet that deadline. All right, of I want to say deadline, that goal of getting those out to Great Northern by the end of July. Okay, this is custom build number 6. All right, he requested black ash handles. See the chip? These are stabilized too. The reason custom builds cost so much is because 99% of the time it deals with high-end materials that is not as reliable as, say, micarta or stuff like that. And these are like $50 a scale too. So $50 down the drain. You know, just I can't use them for anything. So the profit margin on this knife is already gone. I've already lost money on it. Okay, so that's the reason I don't like custom builds. I don't do it for me. I do it for you guys. All right. So anyway, it's not really a profit center for me. So anyway, just want to kind of give you guys an update on the custom builds. After this one, after 6, I think there's 7. And I'll reach out to whoever has 7 next month once I get 6 done. Okay, I got replacement scales on ordered, so they should be in this week. All right, okay, let's see. Let's talk about Stitch Gear Outfitters. They have an order that was back in October, so we'll start that one once I get Northern Woodsman Elites out the door. Then we'll work Stitch Gear Outfitters order in and start getting that one done. So anyway, it will be done in the next couple months anyway. So look for that one to be coming up on the radar. Let's see. I think you guys are up to date. Man, it is smoking. Let's see what it is in here with all the fans out. See that? No air. 95. That's not even counting humidity. It is hot, folks. It is hot. And this ain't even July yet. This is like August. This is August weather for us. So I hope this is not an indication of what August is going to be like. We will be doing a night shift. I was out this morning. I was in the shop at 5 o'clock this morning, a little before. Trying to beat the heat. All right, I think you guys are up to date. Thanks again, guys. You're awesome. Get in the backyard with a little stick. Be sure and take a child with you. Get the opportunity. Don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. And check out the knives that you can order through Great Northern Knives website right now. All right. And we'll see you again later.